It's a sold-out crowd tonight in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Michael Cole and Taz here, and what a show we've got for you tonight.
Oh, man, I'll tell you, it's always great to be back in Philly, no doubt about that, Cole. You know, I got a little bit of history in this town, you know what I'm saying?
The city of brotherly love might have been the hometown of ECW, but I think the SmackDown superstars are going to redefine extreme here tonight. Each of these competitors is looking for the slightest hint of weakness in the other.
That's the law of the jungle, Cole. An injured superstar's like a wounded animal. It's survival of the fittest.
And that also means that if you're not at 100%, you've got to be able to hide it from your opponent.
You got that right, Cole. This business is as psychological as it is physical. You can't let your opponent think you're easy picking.
Well, I wouldn't consider any of these superstars to be easy picking, no matter how beaten up they get.
Hey, the ref's got a tough job. I mean, trying to keep these superstars on the up and up, that's hard.
Well, it's easier to get some superstars to play by the rules than others.
You know what, Cole? If you're going to get on your high horse again and give us another lecture about playing fair, I swear to God, I'm going to throw up.
Is it so wrong to ask a superstar to play by the rules, Taz? That doesn't seem to be so unreasonable to me.
That's because you never competed in a match, Cole. If you did, you'd know that you gotta do whatever it takes to win. And if that means bending the rules a bit, well then, that's just the way the cookie crumbles. That's why foreign objects are a superstar's best friend.
Well, I guess that depends on which end of the object you're on. You talk about raw power. You talk about intensity. Have you ever seen a superstar like Batista?
Hey, there's no doubt he's a very impressive dude, no question. But let's not get too carried away here. It's not like he's the biggest and baddest guy ever stepped foot in the WWE ring, Cole, you know what I mean?
You say that, Taz, but no one else comes to mind. You've got to be pretty big and pretty bad to pin Triple H for the World Heavyweight title. And that's exactly what Batista did at WrestleMania 21.
Hey, look, anybody can have a really good night. You know what I'm saying, Cole? That doesn't make you the greatest superstar in the world of all time. And come on, let's face it. I think Batista's a little bit overrated. And I think we're going to see that here tonight.
If I was a gambling man, I'd take that bet, Taz. I don't mind admitting that I'm in awe of Batista. And I know I'm not the only one.
There's not a superstar in the locker room who can afford to ignore these fans, Cole.
You're right about that. Without the fans, we'd all be out of a job.
You know, there's no doubt that The Undertaker is one of the most impressive superstars ever to set foot in a... Oh, man. Now they're mixing it up. In the crowd, the boot. This is insane.
Yeah, something tells me this is going to get ugly. Oh, my God. What a chair shot.
Yeah, and that don't tickle. Believe me, young lady.
A textbook reversal.
Man, what a chair shot. Reminds me of the old ECW days.
If that's your idea of good old days, I'm glad I wasn't around for them.
There is no doubt that Batista made a hell of an impact on Raw, Cole. But now that he doesn't have Triple H or Ric Flair watching his back, I think his days might be numbered.
Batista has taken the best that his former Evolution teammates have had to offer, and he's always come out on top. Into the crowd they go. I can't believe it.
Believe it, Cole. These superstars are nuts. That was a textbook reversal. Man, I'll tell you what, man, this one's just turned into a fight. Pure and simple.
We knew it was going to be intense. We knew it was going to be physical. But I don't think anyone was prepared for this.
I gotta admit, it kind of took me by surprise, Cole. That don't happen too often.
That's an understatement. You've been in hundreds of matches in your career. We both called hundreds more. We usually have a pretty good idea of what to expect, but not this time.
I guess it just goes to show you, Cole, like they say, anything can happen here in the WWE.
I don't think that chair is going to be good for much after this match.
Well, it's good for what he used it for, and that's all that really matters.
What an impact! That's going to do some damage.
You're not kidding, Cole. That's gotta hurt like hell.
Oh, man. I don't think that was ever meant to be used like that.
Maybe not, Cole, but I'll tell you what, it seems to be doing a trick.
And the crowd has come alive tonight with a chant directed at the superstars in the ring.
Yeah, and you can't let that break your focus.
And it looks like he's bleeding. This is not going to help his chances.
Well, that depends, Cole. I mean, some guys, they go a little nuts at the sight of their own blood, and they become unstoppable.
Well, that doesn't seem like a good strategy to me. I hope he ends this before he suffers a serious injury.
The thing you got to remember about the Undertaker is that 50% of his style and his... There you go, through the table. That brings back some memories. Bad ones.
He's just brutalizing his opponent with that table.
Well, I guess it's better than being put through a table, but not by much. These WWE fans just can't get enough of these superstars.
And I'm glad to see it. A WWE match isn't just about competition, it's also about entertaining the fans. I guess the ring wasn't big enough for these superstars.
Of course it is. But you gotta love this kind of fight. He slipped out of that one.
I hope this isn't the last time we see these superstars face off.
You're not gonna hear me say this much, Cole, but I definitely agree with you. This has all the makings of a nice, long feud.
I don't know how nice it is, but there are certainly some issues between these superstars, and I think this match might only exasperate them.
Please, Cole, watch your language, will you? It's a family show.
I said exasperate. Not, oh, never mind. Wow, listen to that chant, Taz.
I'll tell you what, if you got the crowd on your side, damn, he just broke his opponent in half with the table.
He might break the table in half on his opponent.
Wow, that was a heck of an exclamation point. Now he's got to make a grab for the title. Well, it looks like they're slowing the pace down a little bit here. That might not be such a good move, in my opinion.
Well, come on. You just can't keep going non-stop. That's a good way to wear yourself out and make a critical mistake.
No, but you can't give the opponent any time to recover, neither. You got to stay on him and wear him down.
What about picking your spot? If you try to execute a badly timed move just because you want to stay on offense, that can happen.
Whoa! Talk about giving your opponent a little taste of his own medicine.
And there's the reversal. He's got him covered. I think we're hearing the First Amendment in action here tonight, Taz.
It's a great thing to hear, Cole. I'm all in favor of freedom of expression, whether I agree with what they're saying or not. Batista has had lots of success so far, but that's just because his opponents really let him psych him out. You can't back down from a dude like Batista.
I don't think that's the case at all, Taz. And I think if the sight of a heavily muscled 6.5-foot animal like Batista doesn't intimidate you, you'd better have your head examined.
Can you believe this match so far, Cole?
I really can't, Taz. This isn't anything like what I expected from these competitors.
Yeah, I gotta admit, they're surprising the hell out of me here, too.
And I think it's that unpredictability that makes these superstars so exciting. It looks like he's decided to finish off his opponent.
And what a way to do it. A tombstone power drive. There's the cover.
He's not scheduled for a #1 contender match until next week.
Whoa! Orton just pasted the ref with a chair. So much for the ref. I didn't like him anyway.
Batista doesn't look happy about this, Taz.
This was supposed to be Batista's #1 contender match. If he won, he would have gotten a shot at WrestleMania. But that's not going to happen.
I see what's going on here. Randy Orton had every reason to ensure that Batista didn't win this match tonight in order to ensure that he'll get his own #1 contender match next week. All he deserves is a fine and suspension, if you ask me.
What's up, champ? Teddy Long just told me that I've lost my chance to become the #1 contender tonight in my match against you. He said it was because of what I did to that referee last week. But come on, I know you must have been pulling strings behind the scenes. I don't blame you for not wanting to face me at No Way Out, but there's almost 2 months between now and WrestleMania. You can only run from me for so long, and I guarantee you that the Legend Killer is going to be in the WrestleMania main event, one way or another.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to sunny San Jose, California. You're not going to believe what we've got for you tonight.
No doubt, Cole. Tonight's show's completely off the hook as we do it West Coast style.
You got that right. And so are these San Jose fans. They can't wait to see the SmackDown superstars in action, and neither can I.
Here's the pin. This could be it.
The referee's hand was coming down for a 3 count.
You know, there's no doubt that The Undertaker is one of the most impressive superstars ever to set foot in a WWE ring. But you know what, Cole? You're only as good as your last match.
How can you say that, Taz? The dead man has proven himself time and time again. I highly doubt that would change if he lost this match, which I don't think he's in danger of doing, by the way.
Taker's earned his rep, no doubt about that. No one's disputing that. But you gotta know when to call it a day, Cole. There's a fine line between legend and has-been.
I can't believe you can sit here and eat.
Okay, yeah, great. That's just great. Now, why don't you quit showing off and get down to business?
It looks like he's decided to finish off his opponent.
And what a way to do it. A tombstone pile driver.
There's the cover. Can he do it?
Wow, talk about cutting it close. That was almost free. There's the reversal, Cole.
A textbook reversal. Can he follow up? This capacity crowd is making their opinions known tonight.
No surprise there, Cole. The WWE fans ain't exactly known for keeping their opinions to themselves. This could be big, but it could backfire real bad, too. These WWE fans just can't get enough of these superstars.
And I'm glad to see it. A WWE match isn't just about competition, it's also about entertaining the fans.
Okay, well, if that's the case, how come they got you as an announcer? I mean, that ain't exactly great entertainment, in my opinion.
You might be right, Taz. I think it would be extremely entertaining to listen to you try to call a match all by yourself.
Hey, the ref's got a tough job. I mean, trying to keep these superstars on the up and up, that's hard.
Well, it's easier to get some superstars to play by the rules than others.
And you know what, Cole? If you're going to get on your high horse again and give us another lecture about playing fair, I swear to God, I'm going to throw up.
Is it so wrong to ask a superstar to play by the rules, Taz? That doesn't seem to be so unreasonable to me.
That's because you never competed in a match, Cole. If you did, you'd know that you gotta do whatever it...
What a submission maneuver! You must be familiar with this one, Taz.
Yeah, I've been on both sides of it, Cole. That's the truth. And let me tell you...
Come on now. Doesn't Orton do any of his fighting during the match anymore? Man,
Orton's really teeing off on the champ here.
someone's got to come out here and stop this.
It's Batista. And not for nothing. He's not in too much of a hurry.
Come on, Batista. Pick up the pace a little.
Well, Batista just ran off Orton, but I think the damage might have been done.
You might be right, Taz. We'll have to find out what shape the champ is in next week.
Hey, Batista! What the hell was that last week?
Last week? Oh, you mean when I came down to the ring to save you from getting worked over by Randy Orton?
Yeah, and you sure took your time doing it.
Wow, I guess that's gratitude for you. Listen, it's not like it's my job to keep you from getting your ass kicked. If you're dumb enough to turn your back on a guy like Orton, you deserve what you get. Besides, it's not like Orton's making my job at No Way Out any tougher.
Oh, so that's why you took your sweet time getting into the ring. You wanted to get an advantage in our match at No Way Out.
Look, man, I didn't need to come out last week at all. And I definitely don't need an advantage. From now on, you can fight your own battles, champ.
Some heated words exchanged there between the champion and the #1 contender. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to SmackDown. Coming to you tonight from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Deep in the heart of wrestling country, Cole. This crowd is fired up, and I'll tell you what, so am I.
An enthusiastic crowd and the greatest superstars in sports entertainment. You can't ask for more than that.
You know, there's no doubt that The Undertaker is one of the most impressive superstars ever to set foot in the WWE ring. But you know what, Cole? You're only as good as your last match.
How can you say that, Taz? The dead man has proven himself time and time again. I highly doubt that will change if he lost this match, which I don't think he's in danger of doing, by the way.
Taker's earned his rep, no doubt about that. No one's disputing that. But you gotta know when to call it a day, Cole. There's a fine line between legend and has-been.
I can't believe you could sit here and even imply that The Undertaker might be a has-been. That could be hazardous to your health.
Hey, Cole, don't put words in my mouth. The dead man has been on top of this business for a very long time. But the thing about being on top is there's nowhere to go but down. This Finlay,
So much can go wrong from that top turnbuckle. It sounds like this capacity crowd has something on their minds, Taz.
yeah, and thousands of paying customers.
What a counter that was! I don't think there's ever been a more dominant superstar in WWE than the legendary Deadman, The Undertaker.
Yeah, but you can only stay on top of the mountain for so long, and the Deadman's been there for a very, very long time.
That might be true, Taz, but I don't see anyone on the horizon who could dethrone the Phenom.
Man, his opponent looked like a punk with that counter.
He was one step ahead on that one.
You know, there is such a thing as playing to the crowd a little too much, and that's exactly what I'm seeing here.
I disagree. He's wrestled this match his way all along, and now we see it paying off.
Oh, come on, quit showing off. This is supposed to be a wrestling match, not a popularity contest.
We've seen this before, Taz. He's been wrestling his style of match, and he's coming up with a high-risk maneuver in the works from that top turnbuckle.
I love hearing the crowd come alive, even when I don't exactly agree with what they're saying.
Me too. And I do agree with what they're saying, Taz. Watching these superstars go at it reminds me why I prefer to stay on this side of the announcing.
That's the way you do it. Nothing like the sight of your own blood to take the fight right out of you.
I hope this is over soon. No matter how many times I see this, I just can't get used to it.
What are you getting, a little squeamish, Cole? Come on, what do you think this is, badminton?
It looks like he's decided to finish off his opponent.
And what a way to do it. A tombstone pile driver.
And here's the cover.
Well, what do you know? Looks like you were being paranoid after all. Orton didn't show face after all.
Technically speaking, Taz, it's not paranoia if they're really out to get you. Despite his absence here, I think you'd agree that Randy Orton has certainly set his sights on the World Heavyweight Championship.
Tonight, SmackDown's going to bring down the house in Salt Lake City, Utah. I'm Michael Cole here with Taz at ringside.
You got that right, Cole. I'll tell you what, man, I am so pumped up and amped up. I can't wait.
Neither can I, Taz, and I'm sure these Salt Lake fans can't either. So let's get this show on the road. He may get the 3 count right here.
Man, I'm telling you, from my in-ring experience, trust me, you could cut this tension with a knife.
I don't think you need in-ring experience to feel the tenacity radiating off these superstars, Taz. I don't think anything could be more obvious.
Spoken like a guy who's never been in there, Cole. Trust me, when it comes down to you or them, it's a whole different level of intensity.
I'll have to take your word for it, Taz. I honestly can't imagine a more electric atmosphere than the one in this arena right now.
These superstars are on top of their game, but only one of them is going to have their hand raised at the end of this one.
And that's a real shame because, like you said, this has been a great match so far.
Well, what do you want, Cole? You want to say that everyone wins so nobody gets their feelings hurt?
I never said that.
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
I just think it's unfortunate whenever a superstar decides to cheat to win rather than compete fairly.
I love hearing the crowd come alive, even when I don't exactly agree with what they're saying.
Me too, and I do agree with what they're saying, Taz.
You just don't see action like this every day, Cole.
You sure don't, Taz. And we've got the best seats in the house.
Yeah, front and center. We couldn't be any closer to this match without being in it.
Whoa, that's your territory, partner, not mine. I'm perfectly happy staying right where I am.
I gotta tell you, Cole, I thought I had this thing figured out. Oh, man! I guess if you're gonna dish it out, you better be able to take it.
Look out! The referee's been knocked out!
And this is where things start getting...
There's the cover! Can he do it?
Man, even if you end up winning a match like this, you're gonna be feeling for the next week.
Yes, but that's the case if you lose as well. And having to deal with emotional as well as physical pain is that much worse.
Emotional? What the hell are you talking about?
Well, I've been in the locker room after a match and seen the superstars who don't get their hands raised. You can literally...
Someone's going for a ride, Cole!
And it looks like it's the last ride!
You know, there's no doubt that Undertaker is one of the most impressive superstars ever to set foot in the WWE ring. But you know...
He's going for the pin! Nice reversal. It sounds like this capacity crowd has something on their minds, Taz.
Yeah, and thousands. He dodged that bullet.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are seeing an...
He smells blood in the water, Cole. He's going straight for the submission.
And this could prove to be a decisive... The champ is taking out the trash. So long, Randy.
Whoa! Looks like we got a little preview of No Way Out going on here.
Oh my God! RKO! RKO!
That was a serious tactical error on the part of the champ, Cole. Just cause you toss a guy out of the ring doesn't mean, you know, he's done for good.
And did you notice, Taz? Batista didn't do a damn thing to stop that RKO.
And why should he, Cole? He warned the champ weeks ago that he was going to have to fight his own battles.
What was that? Oh my gosh! Are you okay? Stay right there. Don't move. Help! Somebody help! He's hurt!
Player, it's Theater alone. I think you're making a big mistake by going ahead with this match after that attack. Now, there ain't a superstar in the whole locker room who'd hold it against you if you forfeited the title tonight. You've got the whole rest of your career to consider. Now, if you're gonna do this, you better do it smart and be careful out there. You're too valuable to SmackDown to suffer a career-ending injury tonight. Good luck, champ.
Man, his opponent looked like a punk with that counter. It's so great seeing these athletes compete here tonight. I had a feeling they were going to wind up against each other sooner or later.
There were times when it seemed like it wasn't going to happen, but I can't tell you how glad I am that it did.
That's for sure. You know, anytime you throw these kind of combustible elements into a match, you're guaranteed to get a hell of a show.
And that's exactly what we're seeing here tonight.
This has been a great match so far, and I think it's pretty obvious which way it's going.
Oh, really? Are you willing to go out on a limb and actually make a guess then?
There's no guesswork involved, Cole. But if you're going to be snippy, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut.
Wow, if I knew it was that easy, I would have said that years ago. What a counter that was! This capacity crowd is making their opinions known tonight.
No surprise there, Cole. The WWE fans in it. This guy might not have enough to kick out. Man, I'll tell you what, man, this one's just turned into a fight, pure and simple.
We knew it was going to be intense. We knew it was going to be physical. But I don't think anyone was prepared for this.
I gotta admit, it kind of took me by surprise, Cole. That don't happen too often.
That's an understatement. You've been in hundreds of matches in your career. People call hundreds more. We usually have a pretty good idea of what to expect, but not this time.
I guess it just goes to show you, Cole, like they say, anything can happen here in WWE.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is getting out of control. Someone's got to stop this.
Well, you're the closest one to the action, Cole. Be my guest.
I think we're hearing the First Amendment in action here tonight, Taz.
It's a great thing to hear, Cole. I'm all in favor of freedom of expression, whether I agree with what they're saying or not. And there's the counter, Cole. The thing you got to remember about The Undertaker is that 50% of his style, his offense, is about getting inside the head of his opponent. If you can keep your cool and keep your head together in the ring with him, you're halfway home.
But you're not taking into account the power and experience of the dead man, Taz. Surely you can't forget about that.
Well, you see, that's the other 50%, Cole. Good luck with that, if you know what I'm saying. Oh, by the way,
it looks like he's decided to finish off his opponent.
And what a way to do it. A tombstone pile driver.
He's got him covered. It sounds like this capacity crowd is sitting on their minds, Taz.
Yeah.
What a match. The champion overcame that backstage assault and went on to defeat the Animal Batista and retain the World Heavyweight title.
That's a lot of fire and a lot of heart right there, Cole. That's the stuff true champions are made of.
And you know what else that means for the champion? Next stop, WrestleMania.
Let me start out by telling you that my family and I take the attack against you very seriously, especially considering that you are the World Heavyweight Champion. And to make sure it doesn't happen again, I'm assigning you a bodyguard, Bobby Lashley.
A bodyguard? Stephanie, come on!
I'm sorry, that's non-negotiable.
Champ, did you see who it was who hit you?
No, I didn't see anything. Whoever it was knocked me out from behind and ran.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, there are only two suspects, Randy Orton and Batista. You and Lashley will be taking them on in a tag team match tonight so that we can keep an eye on everyone at once while we start our investigation. And speaking of the investigation, who do you think we should focus on first?
What the hell have you been saying to Teddy Long and Stephanie McMahon? They're all over me with questions about where I was before the match at No Way Out. Do you seriously think I'd try to pull something like that? And how the hell could you suspect me over Orton, the guy who's been trying to take you out for the last month? I'll tell you what, tonight I'm gonna prove that I don't need to hit you from behind with a weapon to take you out. I'm gonna do it with my bare hands in our match. See you out there, champ.
Houston, Texas is home to SmackDown action tonight. I'm Michael Cole here with Taz at ringside, and what a show we've got for you tonight.
Absolutely, Cole. And you know what? I've always wanted to say this. Houston, we got a problem. Actually, we don't have a problem because SmackDown's in town.
You got that right, partner. The Space City loves SmackDown, and the superstars are not going to let them down.
Bobby Lashley's a big guy, no doubt about that. And he knows how to use that size and strength.
You're kidding, right? It seems to me like those are Lashley's two biggest advantages. They've certainly served him well so far in his career.
You keep telling yourself that, Cole. One thing I learned in my career is that the bigger they are, the harder they fall. Lashley's got to be careful. He might learn that the hard way tonight.
Each of these competitors is looking for the slightest hint of weakness in the other.
That's the law of the jungle, Cole. And injured superstars like a wounded animal. It's survival of the fittest.
And that also means that if you're not at 100%, you've got to be able to hide it from your opponent.
You got that right, Cole. This business is as psychological as it is physical. You can't let your opponent think you're easy pickings.
Well, I wouldn't consider any of these superstars to be easy pickings, no matter how beaten up they get.
I love hearing the crowd come alive, even when I don't exactly agree with what they're saying.
Me too. And I do agree with what they're saying. You saw that one coming. Ladies and gentlemen, we are seeing an incredible display of athletic ability here tonight.
What do you expect, Cole? Someone's going for a ride, Cole!
And it looks like it's the last ride.
It's so great seeing these athletes compete here tonight. I had a feeling they were going to wind up against each other sooner or later.
There were times when it seemed like it wasn't going to happen, but I can't tell you how glad I am that it did.
That's for sure. Here's the pin!
Here are your winners, The Undertaker and Bobby Lashley.
is your problem, man? It's bad enough that you accused me of attacking you at No Way Out with no proof whatsoever. But now Stephanie McMahon tells me I'm not going to get a rematch for the World Heavyweight title. You cost me my WrestleMania main event, you son of a bitch. And I'm going to make you pay for that in the ring tonight.
Hey, champ, it's Steph. I wanted to let you know that as a part of the ongoing investigation into who attacked you at No Way Out, I've decided to cancel Batista's World Heavyweight title rematch at WrestleMania. We'll resolve the #1 contender situation in the next week, but for right now, Randy Orton is looking like a strong candidate for the spot. I just thought you should know.
Good evening, and welcome to SmackDown, coming to you tonight from Atlanta, Georgia.
Hot Atlanta is fired up tonight, Cole. No doubt about it, baby. And I'm just as pumped up as this sellout crowd.
With good reason, Taz. You and I both know what's coming, and these fans are definitely getting their money's worth tonight. I think that if one of these superstars successfully executes their finishing move, this one is over.
That ain't necessarily the case, Cole. Just because it's called a finisher doesn't mean it always ends the match.
What a submission maneuver. You must be familiar with this one, Taz.
Yeah, I've been on both sides of it, Cole. That's the truth. And let me tell you, it's better to give than receive.
I don't think there's ever been a more dominant superstar in WWE than the legendary dead man, The Undertaker.
Yeah, but you can only stay on top of the mountain for so long, and the dead man's been there for a very, very long time.
That might be true, Taz, but I don't see anyone on the horizon who could dethrone the Phenom. This capacity crowd is making their opinions known tonight.
No surprise there, Cole. The WWE fans ain't exactly known.
Oh my, the submission hold is locked in.
And this ain't easy to get out of either, Cole.
He was one step ahead on that one.
These WWE
and here we go with the submission hold. This could be a pivotal moment in this match.
It sure could. There's a lot of pressure being applied in that hold, Cole. He slipped out of that one. This has been a great match so far. I think it's pretty obvious which way it's going.
Oh, really? Are you willing to go out on a limb and actually make a guess then?
There's no guesswork involved, Cole. But if you're going to be snippy, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut.
Wow, if I knew it was that easy, I would have said that years ago.
The thing you got to remember about The Undertaker is that 50% of his style and his offense is about getting...
It looks like he's decided to finish off his opponent.
And what a way to do it. A tombstone pile driver. He's 3 seconds away from a win.
I think we're hearing the First Amendment in action here tonight, Taz.
It's a great thing.
Here's your winner, The Undertaker, and Bobby Lashley.
Hey champ, Stephanie McMahon here. I just wanted to tell you that yes, you can have Lashley accompany you to the ring tonight. We have no idea what Batista might try, or Orton for that matter, and you need to stay healthy for WrestleMania. But when WrestleMania comes around, I have to insist that you face Orton one-on-one without anyone in your corner. Good luck tonight.
A mile-high city, Denver, Colorado, is home to SmackDown tonight, and what a show we've got for you.
Without a doubt, Cole, tonight's show is going to be off the chart.
You know it, partner. The SmackDown superstars are ready for action, and I can't wait to get started. Each of these competitors is looking for the slightest hint of weakness in the other.
That's the law of the jungle, Cole. An injured superstar's like a wounded animal. It's survival of the fittest.
And that also means that if you're not at 100%, you've got to be able to hide it from your opponent.
You got that right, Cole. This business is as psychological as it is physical. You can't let your opponent think you're easy pickings.
Well, I wouldn't consider any of these superstars to be easy pickings, no matter how many times they get.
He dodged that bullet.
He anticipated that move perfectly.
That was a textbook reversal. I think these fans have got a little something they want to share with us.
That's their right, Taz. They paid for their tickets after all.
These WWE fans just can't get enough of these superstars.
And I'm glad to see it. A WWE match isn't just about competition, it's also about entertaining the fans.
Okay, well, if that's the case, how come we got you as an announcer? I mean, that ain't exactly great entertainment, in my opinion.
You might be right, Taz. I think it would be extremely entertaining to listen to you try to call a match all by yourself.
There's no doubt that The Undertaker is one of the most impressive superstars ever to set foot in the WWE ring. But you know what, Cole? You're only as good as your last match.
How can you say that, Taz? The dead man has proven himself time and time again. I highly doubt that would change if he lost this match, which I don't think he's in danger of doing, by the way.
Taker's earned his rep, no doubt about that. No one's disputing it. But you gotta know when to call it a day, Cole. There's a fine line between legend and has-been.
I can't believe you can sit here and even imply that The Undertaker might be a has-been. That could be hazardous to your health.
Hey, Cole, don't put words in my mouth. The dead man has been on top of this business for a very long time. But the thing about being, there's a dude with guts. These top rope moves are risky. Man, you talk about superstars who ain't got an ounce of quit in them, huh? You're looking at them right here.
And that's a potentially dangerous mindset to be in. If you're too proud to realize that you're in trouble, you might wind up risking your career for a single match.
Oh, man! I guess if you're gonna dish it out, you better be able to take it.
Wow, listen to that chant, Taz.
I'll tell you what, if you got the on the mat, shoulders down, this could be it.
Here's your winner, The Undertaker, and Bobby Lashley. You know, champ, now that the contract is signed, the ink is dry, and there's no backing out, I've just got one thing to say to you. I was the one who took you out at No Way Out, not Batista.
I knew it! Oh, man, here comes Batista, and he does not look happy with Orton.
Can you blame him? He lost his WrestleMania title match to the man who was guilty of the very act he was accused of.
What?
Oh my God! Batista just destroyed Lashley!
I don't think he's done yet, Cole, and I got a funny feeling that Batista and Orton are in this together. And I do think they want a piece of the champ right here and right now.
Welcome to a sold-out show from the Great White North. Michael Cole and Taz coming to you tonight from Montreal, Quebec, Canada.
Hey, they speak French up here, right, Cole? Parlez-vous français? Haha, amigo!
Better stick to your version of English, partner. No matter what language you speak, the actions of the SmackDown superstars will speak much louder than words. Come on, ref. That should have been a disqualification right there.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda, Cole, but it's not. It's not a disqualification. These superstars are on top of their game, but only one of them is going to have their hand raised at the end of this one.
And that's a real shame because, like you said, this has been a great match so far.
Well, what do you want, Cole? You want to say that everyone wins so nobody gets their feelings hurt?
I never said that. I'm just saying that in a great match like this, everyone involved deserves credit for it.
It's so great seeing these athletes compete here tonight. I had a feeling they were going to wind up against each other sooner or later.
There were times when it seemed like it wasn't going to happen, but I can't tell you how glad I am that it did.
That's for sure. You know, anytime you throw these kind of combustible elements into a match, you're guaranteed to get a hell of a show.
And that's exactly what we're seeing here tonight.
I feel like a real jerk when somebody counted you like that. Whoa! I think these fans have got a little something they want to share.
That's their right, Taz. They paid for their tickets after all.
You know, there's no doubt that The Undertaker is one of the most impressive superstars ever to set foot in a WWE ring.
I don't know if this is such a good move. This could be disastrous.
This is one heck of a match so far.
It sure is, Taz. What do you think the highlight has been so far?
Well, that'll probably come a little bit later on in the match. When you decide to shut your yap for a few seconds, then I can enjoy it in peace.
Well, excuse me for doing my job, partner. Sorry to disturb you.
The thing you gotta remember about The Undertaker is that 50...
There's the cover. Can he do it?
This thing you gotta remember about The Undertaker is that 50... There's the cover. Can he do it? 3, 2, 1... 1, 2, 3... 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 1
Okay, I think you've officially lost your mind. I can't believe you're letting Batista manage Randy Orton at WrestleMania. Look, I've done my best to try and protect you, but if you're gonna pull stuff like this, there is no point. I've done what I can to get you to WrestleMania in one piece. The rest is up to you.
You sure don't, King. We've seen many a superstar tap out to this one. And it's been reversed. These superstars are going to put each other through wrestling hell tonight.
They've already got a pretty good start on that, JR.
They have indeed, King. I don't think there's an ounce of quit between them.
Yeah, and that's where things get dangerous. If you're too proud to admit that it's not your night, you might wind up risking your career for a single match.
But at the same time, King, no one makes it up the ladder without pushing themselves to the very limit. It's a very fine line to walk.
Well, just because a bunch of people believe something, that doesn't make it right. It wouldn't be the first time the fans have backed the wrong horse, JR.
The United Kingdom's William Regal never fails to impress me with his toughness, his fire, and his resiliency. There aren't two like him in all of sports entertainment.
Oh, yeah. Regal's a real man, all right. Didn't he fight the Revolutionary War to kick the English out of America?
This capacity crowd is making their opinions known tonight.
They sure are, JR, and I love to hear it.
Boy, what a match. I wouldn't even hazard a guess as to who's going to win this thing.
What? Have you got both your contacts in one eye, JR? It's been obvious to me since the start of the match.
Oh, really? Well, then, why don't you just enlighten the rest of us, King?
No way. I can already tell this is going to be a great match, and I don't want to ruin the ending for you.
You're too kind, King. You're also full of horse manure, as far as I can tell.
That submission is locked in, JR, and this is a tough hold to break.
It sure is, King, and even if you break the hold, it takes its toll on you.
So, JR, are you enjoying the match so far?
Yes, I am. I think these superstars are putting on one hell of an exhibition here tonight.
What's your favorite part of it so far?
I don't think it's happening yet. My favorite part of the match will be when you quit yapping and let me enjoy it.
Now, JR, keep your words soft and sweet because you may have to eat them later.
Sounds like this crowd's got something on their minds, King.
Who cares about them, JR? Look what's going on in the ring.
His opponent is helpless, and he's taking full advantage.
Wow, that's one of the biggest chest slaps I've ever seen. Or heard. If he's able to dominate his opponent like this, JR, he's got this match half won. He's got his opponent locked into submission, JR. This could be it.
It could indeed. He might force his opponent to tap out right here.
I'd ask you who you want to win this matchup, JR, but it's been pretty obvious. There he goes, JR! He's been busted open! Look at all of that blood!
Oh, my God! That's his opponent's finisher. He just stole it.
He's a 3 count away from a pinfall!
He did it. He did it. Against all odds, the champion retained the World Heavyweight title.
What a match. Seriously, I'm in shock. Orton brought back up to the ring and everything, and still just got handled by the champ.
He has proven beyond a shadow of a doubt that he is absolutely the greatest superstar in the business today. What an incredible champion. What a WrestleMania.
You wanted to see me, Teddy?
Absolutely, player. I've got some big news for you. Have a seat.
No thanks. I'd rather stand.
Suit yourself, dog. Now, I ain't gonna beat around the bush here. I'm just gonna come right out with it. You've just been traded to Raw.
What? What do you mean I've been traded?
Easy, easy. They really wanted you over there, player. You're exactly what they need to take Raw to the next level. And look, I'm not happy about losing a superstar of your caliber, but they made me an offer I just couldn't refuse. Believe that. They gave me everything except TV time on Monday nights to get your contract.
Well, I guess it's not hard to see why. And that WWE title would look good around my waist.
See? That's what I'm talking about. So thanks for everything you've done for SmackDown, player. And good luck to you on Monday Night Raw.
Good luck to me? Hey, no hard feelings, but you're the one who just traded away the best superstar on your brand. Let me wish you luck. Because now that I'm a Raw superstar, SmackDown's going to need it. Later, Teddy.